look, you audit a ton of accounts. You have all these groups. You get hit the same questions over and over. So you see a lot of people's problems, a lot of what people are complaining. Where do most people go wrong when it comes to Facebook ads?
That's a good question. Where do most people go wrong when it comes to Facebook ads? Probably, I'd say one of the biggest mistakes would be not investing properly in creatives. They'll just slap an image with a white background on there and then, throw a bunch of money behind it and hope it wins. And that's kind of a losing strategy. Even if you do everything else great, if your creative sucks, you're not going to have a good, you're not going to have a good campaign for the most part. So, what I'd recommend is people, invest at least a little bit of money. It doesn't even have to be a professional video. You can even use your iPhone and shoot some quick stills, and then use something like Animoto or one of those online web platforms to kind of build yourself a quick little easy breezy video. You can even use Facebook's built-in features, so it doesn't have to cost a lot, but you do need at least a video or two to get going. Whereas before you could get away with images only. And then I'd say the next biggest thing that people kind of screw up on is cutting too early, or pausing their campaigns or ads or whatever too early. They might pause an ad or an ad set maybe after it spent like $5 and didn't get a sale, even though they could have got a sale in the very next click, and they would have been profitable. So, you really, with machine learning and with the way algorithms work, you need data. So when people cut things off without enough data, it just, they're just doing themselves a disservice.
I agree. I think I was going to say spending and not spending enough in testing or whatnot would be number one.
Exactly.
If you could rank in order of priority, right, from most important to least important, and nothing's least important in this list, but just in terms of priority, budget, targeting, creative, and copy.
Budget, targeting, creative, and copy. Creative would be number one. Copy number two. Targeting, probably then budget, then targeting. Okay. If I had to put it to that, yeah. You can get away basically with bad targeting if you have a decent sized budget and good creatives and copy. And you can get away with low budget with a good creative and good targeting, kind of. So it's sort of like one of those, you can have 3 of the 4 basically, right?
I think copy's super undervalued nowadays in terms of everything. I think you're going to see copywriters start getting paid what they're worth soon.
Yeah, I've already seen actually prices for copywriters rising over the last few years. It's definitely getting more important, and it rightfully so. It's a very important part of an ad is the words, right? You've got people like me that are not copywriters, like throwing together like decently worded, a paragraph. I pass that off as ad copy, and that's good and wonderful. But as costs rise, you really need to do better, and I need to do better as well. So. Now we've started getting our ads for the agency written by copywriters and stuff, and it's definitely made a big difference.
And this is why people wonder, like, why are agency fees so high? They just think that we take their creative and just throw it out there on Facebook and say, go spend. And
people don't realize that, like at our agency, we do your landing pages for you, the whole funnel in some cases. We fix your store. If your store is broken and not going to convert well, we give you free consulting. We have someone all day. Nothing.
I think avatar research is and research for targeting and audiences is one of the most time-consuming things. And then how to write copy to each of those audiences.
What angle to do, and then typically the agents will redo someone's creative because they don't do a good job on it themselves. Yep. Then we got to put it into like 8 different formats: square, rectangle, horizontal to get it everywhere. Then you got to set up retargeting pixels, and you got to do multivariate testing. Then we have someone on staff also that does nothing but comment management, because when you're running volume, or even not volume, but you still use comments coming in on your ads, if you don't respond to those, your ads are not going to perform nearly as well as they could. So there's a ton of associated costs with running an agency that people just don't see or they don't realize, when they're the brand owner, and that's fine. That's not their job, right? Yeah. But they just need to go to someone reputable, such as yourself, and make sure they're not getting ripped off. Because as to your earlier point, there's a lot of people that right now are running agencies that shouldn't be. So